Past couple of months, I've been wondering if we are not at the beginning of an accelerating trend that I call the software support economy. It's basically a trend that goes along the same lines as the creator economy, aka an increasing number of individuals who live out of their activity as creators, but apply to the B2B software world, where an increasing number of people can make a living out of selling and providing support for B2B software. To illustrate this trend, the best is that I share with you the story of my wife. My wife is an online dog trainer and she sells her services through the form of a subscription offer. Her customers pay a monthly fee to be inside a private Facebook group where they get exclusive content and also online classes that people can buy individually. And in order to run her business, she's using quite a stack of software with an all-in-one software tool called HelloPage as a backbone of this stack, complemented by a couple of other tools such as MailChimp for emailing, Canvas for design, Zoom to give her online webinars, etc. However, now that she has set up this stack, which took quite some time, it's still time consuming for her to run it. So what she did is that she trained people how to use this software and she pays them as freelancers to manage it. From sending emails to customers, to managing customer support tickets, or making sure that her CRM is up to date. The interesting part of the story is that already 2 of the people she trained to do this task are now making a living out of it by selling their services to other small business owners like my wife. So my wife trained them, they were working only some hours for her since it's not a full-time job, and they decided to use the skills they learned to make money somewhere else. So the bottom line of this story is that it illustrates perfectly what I believe is going to happen more and more for plenty of B2B software, especially on the SMB segment. And in my opinion, there's a real potential for this support economy to grow in the years to come. I believe that the underlying force behind the support economy is the democratization / decentralization of the services and support functions in the SMB software industry. When you think about it, in the enterprise world, third-party services providers exist for decades. Enterprises used to pay consulting firms millions of dollars to set up and run their ERPs. And it's still true today, with agencies charging hundreds of thousands of dollars to set up and manage a Salesforce account for a big customer. But now it's also increasingly happening on the small business side, as their software stack is getting more and more complex and is eating more aspects of their business. Small businesses owners don't necessarily have the knowledge, the time, and the resources to run this stack, so it makes sense for them to pay freelancers to manage parts of it. WordPress was the first real SMB platform to create this parallel economy of developers and service providers, but now it's happening for many other B2B software products. From the software provider side, you can see it through the rise of the partner programs. For example, Shopify has put in place a huge partner hub where anyone can learn not only how to use and set up Shopify for a customer, but also how to sell it. So if you want to become a Shopify reseller, you have all these resources available for free to learn it. And what's also interesting is that it's not only happening in huge companies such as Shopify, but also in smaller startups. Remember the software that my wife uses, HelloPage? They also started an academy that not only users, but also resellers can use. I'm convinced that we'll see this academy or partner model spread to plenty more of SaaS in the years to come. From the partner / consultant side, aka the people who are going to sell these services, I believe that there's a huge potential in terms of supply. When you think about it, it can be a perfect part-time or student job. To be honest, if I was 16 years old again and I needed to make money, I would probably not apply to the supermarket next door, but rather pick a software platform such as Shopify, learn some skills through their partner hub, and find customers on their forums. And I think that the current COVID crisis will only accelerate this trend. I'll conclude this video by saying that I believe that there's many business opportunities in this space. From infrastructure tools that will power this partners hub for the SaaS, to marketplaces that are going to connect people willing to learn and sell services with potential customers or SaaS providers. I definitely keep an eye on this trend and let's see what happens in the next months to years.